Malaysia is trying to be two things at once, and the tension is starting to show. It wants to lead the Islamic world as a moral and political force, and it wants to remain a cornerstone of ASEAN's secular, rules-based regional order. Both ambitions are real, but they don't always point in the same direction. Malaysia has long positioned itself as a moderate Muslim-majority democracy, a bridge between the Islamic world and the liberal international order. Under Mahathir, and again under successive governments, Kuala Lumpur has cultivated influence in the OIC, championed Palestinian rights on the global stage, and styled itself as a voice for the Global South's Muslim populations. That's not just rhetoric. It reflects genuine domestic political pressure, where Islamic identity is central to Malay political legitimacy. But Malaysia is also a founding member of ASEAN, a bloc built on non-interference, secular governance norms, and economic integration. Its trade relationships, investment flows, and regional security architecture all depend on that framework holding together. Here's where the friction emerges. When Malaysia amplifies religiously framed foreign policy positions, whether on Gaza, on Western institutions, or on what it calls civilizational values, it risks signaling to regional partners that its ASEAN commitments come second. Investors and neighbors notice when political Islam becomes a foreign policy instrument rather than a domestic matter. And within Malaysia itself, the dual identity creates real governance tension. The competition between federal secular law and expanding state-level Sharia jurisdiction has never been fully resolved. Non-Malay communities, Chinese, Indian, Orang Asli, watch that balance carefully. Multiracial cohesion doesn't survive indefinitely on goodwill alone. It needs institutional protection. The question for Malaysia isn't whether Islamic identity and regional integration can coexist. They can and they must. The question is whether Kuala Lumpur can manage that balance without letting either agenda hollow out the other. Smaller neighbors are watching closely, because a Malaysia that drifts toward religious nationalism at the expense of institutional norms doesn't just affect Malaysians. It shifts the center of gravity across the entire peninsula. The region needs Malaysia stable, coherent, and anchored to the rules-based order it helped build. Whether its current political settlement can deliver that is one of Southeast Asia's most consequential open questions.